So I thought I would go through kind of a day of what I would do if I was getting ready for a night out, specifically New Year's Eve. I have some fun stuff planned with my sister and a couple of her friends. So it should be a good night. They're really fun. And I didn't get to go out for New Year's last year because I was sick. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I'm sure everybody remembers, last year during the week between Christmas and New Year's, literally everybody had COVID, so you couldn't get a test. So I was sick, didn't know if it was COVID or not, so I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable going out. Plus I was sick and it rained, so I survived. So this year I'm excited. The year before that was fine, but again it rained, and I thought it was going to rain this year, and it looks like it's not going to. It's going to for a few hours, and then it's supposed to clear up. But it is really humid, which, whatever, I live in Florida. So, oops, sorry, Georgie. So, yeah, I just took the shower. We cleansed, double cleansed, shampooed, double shampooed. And now I'm just going to do a little bit of extra skincare than I would for just a normal day. All right, so I'll brush my hair. And I'm going to let it air dry for the most part. I really don't use heat on my hair very much. And since it's dyed this red color, and it's really hard to upkeep and really expensive to upkeep, I just avoid that as much as I can, and especially if I have a full day to get ready like I do today. I think it's like 11 o'clock. I will let it mostly air dry, and then I'll go in with a few products in about an hour after it's dried a bit, and then in like 30 minutes after that I will take the Revlon One styler to it, then curl it, and we're gonna try to use curlers for the first time. My hair is like the very fine version of hair, so it does not like to hold a curl. Usually curls for me will last one night, but back in the day when my hair was blonde, they would last for like 2 to 3 days. Maybe I would have to redo the front pieces, but yeah. So I think my hair is healthier now than it was when I was like bleach blonde. So that probably is why, but it's kind of annoying. So as you can see, I didn't sleep very well. Insomnia is a bitch, but I do have naturally, I think my brow bone gives me a shadow, and I just have naturally dark under eyes. Even when I get enough sleep, they're just always there. So just got to deal with that with makeup. And yeah, so after all of that, I am just going to do a mask right now. I have this sample of this resurfacing mask from Tata Harper that I got, and I've been really enjoying it, and I feel like it really pulls my skin together. I don't know how to explain it. Like right now you can see like it's just not smooth. Like it can be smoother. So this stuff is great, pretty easy. Put it on. I think you leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes, something like that. And then we'll rinse that off and use the new serum, which I'm hoping will be a hit for me because everybody else seems to like it. I do have naturally oily skin, but I try to use moisturizing products lately just to see if it's helping. Not sure. We'll see. But yeah, this is resurfacing, which will just clear out some gunk in my skin, which I really need. Okay, talk to you in 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so I googled the instructions because it wasn't on that little sample. It was 20 minutes that I was supposed to keep it on. I've kept it on for about 30. I don't think it matters because the instructions also said that you could use it 3 times a week, so I know it's not bothering my skin. Glow recipe, watermelon glow, niacinamide dewdrops. And people say this shit makes your skin vibe, so okay, 1 to 2 pumps all over your face, baby. Okay. Ooh, smells fucking amazing. Jeez. I got sucked into the TikTok thing about fragrance in products, so I haven't had a serum that smells this good in a long time. But no, George. My cat is always trying to ruin my nice stuff. That really smells incredible. Okay, so yeah, like I said, it's been about 30 minutes. Hair is getting drier. Maybe another 20 minutes and I'll put product in it, and then I will go in with the blow dryer and go ahead and curl it and set it with the Velcro curlers. So anyway, see you in a little bit. Well, I just went through probably like 3 minutes worth of shit and it wasn't recording. So quickly, I was just saying I used this in my hair. It's the Kevin Murphy Bodybuilder. This is what my hairstylist uses in my hair every time I go. I don't think you need this. I just trust my hairdresser and this is what she uses. So I bought it. I think it's pretty expensive. Kevin Murphy is expensive. Has expensive products. There goes my cat knocking something over yet again. So I used that, put it in my hair, and I mentioned that I make sure to coat the bottom half because I feel like that helps the curl stay better instead of just putting it straight through like this. Okay. The next thing I'm going to use, the last thing I'm going to use for now, while my hair is still dry, is another Kevin Murphy product. It's the Shimmer Me Blonde. I told my hairstylist that I wanted, her name's Carla. She's fucking awesome. I was like, I want something that's going to make my hair like shiny because I've got with the red hair. I want that like beautiful shine, like in a commercial. I mean, it's such a beautiful color. Like it needs to shine. But I'm still not 100% sure on this. I've only used it once or twice, and it's for blonde. I think it's supposed to be for blondes, but she used it in my hair one time and it looked really good. So I'm going to try to use it in my damp hair right now, and then I'm going to use it also as a finishing spray. So maybe the double dose will give me the shine, and the stuff is so funny. Apparently this is like a really shitty pump, but they haven't replaced it because on the packaging it says, don't shake, you're supposed to twirl. Because apparently if you get too much product up in something in here, it fucks it up, which like for such an expensive product, they really probably should just find a better pump or a better way to whatever. Well, I don't know anything about hair, but it does seem odd to me that this expensive product, I have to like be very specific about the way that I shake it up. And I'm just going to take it and spray it everywhere. It does smell fucking awesome. I love these like kind of more expensive products because it really does smell like I came straight from the salon, which is nice. Okay, that's probably the most I've ever used of it, but like I said, I'm trying to see if it works, and that's going to be it until I take the Revlon One Styler to it and curl it, which I'll probably do in 45 minutes to an hour. Honestly, I'm going to let it get pretty dry. I don't like to use that One Styler on anything but like slightly damp hair, and I just like to use it because it gives that smoothness, then the curl on top of it. It's just a good combination. So anyways, see you in a little bit. Okay, I am looking a little crazy and a little inexperienced. So I never found my curling wand. I just have like a cheapo curling wand. It does the trick. I don't know where it is, and I checked all the bags that I've traveled with recently, and I can't find it, so it's annoying. I guess I could have left it somewhere. That's definitely not out of the question, but whatever. It was like $20. Anywho, so we're doing the crimp tonight. This is like the 3-barrel. And I decided to just pop these in like, I mean, it was supposed to be like the Mohawk version. I clearly have a lot of learning to do. Big learning curve for this girl. but I was raised by two very not girly women, and so I've taught myself how to do everything. So we're gonna teach myself rollers, and when I have a good handle on it, I will maybe do a tutorial or something along those lines. Hair's looking nice and silky, which is great. I'm about to take these down. Oh, so I decided to do this just to see if I could get just some volume in my hair, because with this crimper, what I like to do is brush it out, and I do have that comb that I can use, so I'm going to do that, and then spray it with some texturizing spray, flip it over, get it really zhuzhed up, and then just leave it alone for the rest of the night if I can, because I like it to be more big. So I was trying to get some volume here. We'll see. We'll see what happened. That is heating up, so let's go ahead and take, or should I leave them in until, yeah, I'm gonna leave them in until I crimp all of the rest of, or this part of my hair. I'm gonna clip this up, but I'm gonna do the bottom half with the crimper, and then I'll take it down, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like as soon as it comes down, and then how it looks after. Gotta do that. Makeup, which I probably won't go through just because I don't have a really good setup for you to see it very well. Like, this is just my bathroom mirror, and and bathroom lighting, that's why I look a little haggard, even though like in the other room I look perfectly cute. Okay, my sister should be here in like an hour and a half, and then we're off to dinner and for a fun New Year's Eve. So yes, I'm gonna do this and I will be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back looking even crazier than before because I just pulled all the top section to the top. This is where we are so far. I like this because I feel like it gives such a natural, like, it's not a curl, but I feel like I know so many girls with natural texture like this, and I really like it. It's nothing like super different or unique, but I do like this. I like using my wand too, but I do enjoy this. But I am really excited about, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking this down. I am really excited that I'm going out tonight because it is my last New Year's Eve in my 20s. I turn 30 in May of 2023. I actually have a lot of things that I'm looking to accomplish and to work on and to take care of before my birthday. But I'll talk more about that as the month goes on. But yeah, it's my last New Year's Eve in my 20s, which feels kind of monumental and exciting. And I do kind of over romanticize how things turn out, and then I can get kind of sad when they don't turn out how I want. So I'm trying not to do that, and that's why I didn't buy a new dress actually, because I want to have fun, but it doesn't need to be like a huge deal. It's just New Year's Eve. I know New Year's Eve isn't usually that fun. I don't know about you guys, but I have never had an amazing New Year's. I've had neutral to decent New Year's, but I've never had like an amazing New Year's Eve night, not New Year in general. Okay, here we go. Let's take these out. We're just gonna circle them. Of course, I caught more hair in there. Yeah, like I said, this will absolutely be a bit of a learning curve, and hopefully this did give me a little volume. We shall see. Okay, that's coming out a lot easier. There we go. And my bangs, which, as you can see, a lot fell out as I was running around the house and such, but that's okay. All right, and I'm not really needing like this part to look good, even though not bad, not bad. I was just looking for some volume at the crown to go with this hairstyle, and I think that should work. I probably will back comb it a little bit as well, just to kind of hold it, because my hair just loves to flat. I mean, even right here, it already, it's, yeah. So like that is nice. I think I need to do one like right here and then do the rest of my bangs in another one. But we'll try that. Okay, so I'm gonna crimp the rest of my hair. Lord. I'm gonna crimp the rest of my hair and come back and show you what I do when I'm finished. And then I'll do makeup and outfits, and that'll be that. Okay, talk soon. Okay, so this is how it ended up, just nice and crimped. It is feeling a little casual for, I'm gonna fix this piece, for New Year's Eve to me all of a sudden, and I am wishing that I was able to actually curl my hair, but I think this will be fun. I think if I pull back my shorter pieces, because I just don't feel like that's doing anything for me, I may just pull these back, and I always feel really confident with my hair pulled back like that, so I think that will do the trick. And it's not like the rest of my outfit is super glam or anything. Like if I was wearing a sequin dress, I wouldn't do my hair like this. Did that? Yes, did what needed to be done. Okay, turn that off. So what I like to do now, I'm gonna go grab my comb. Okay, brand new from Target. It was literally $1.99. Okay, so just get this ready. And then I'm going to use, before I brush it out, I'm going to use another Kevin Murphy product. Like I said, I just trust my hairstylist and she is their ambassador, so I use these products. This is the Kevin Murphy Touchable Spray Wax. There's another version of this product that I like better that she usually uses on me. So I'll use that once I'm done with this guy. I have to be a little gentle when I spray it. So again, and this is like a texture spray. This isn't a hairspray. I don't use hairspray right now for no other reason than I hadn't really found one that makes a big difference in my hair. Oh, kind of crazy. Versus not using hairspray. So this is kind of what I use instead. And we're just gonna give it a good good coat on both sides. And then when my hair is like this, sometimes I will just like scrunch it up. This is I would only scrunch it like this with this crimped style. I wouldn't do this with normal curls, but I'm trying to make it look like this grew out of my head this way, and then I have beautiful luscious curls, waves I guess, which I do not, sadly. And then I'm just gonna take this and just kind of brush it through, just a little, not much. I just want to make sure there's no like mats or anything like that. So you can see I'm not even like really pulling it all the way through. I'm just kind of double checking that there's no like a mats, because my hair can mat kind of easily because of its fine texture. So I just like to make sure that there's no mats. Okay, good brush. Then I'm gonna flip it over. Okay. Just gave it a little zhuzh. I did put a little bit of dry shampoo right here because this piece, I mean, I've got oily skin and oily hair, so like this piece where they meet, it's never not oily. So, but I didn't put dry shampoo anywhere else. Yeah, so that gives me just like all the volume and texture. And then, yeah, like I said, we're gonna pull these guys back. Oh, God, I hope it stays like this. I look like a princess. Anyways, okay, when you see me next, I will be makeuped and dressed. All right, so this is how it ended up. Here's the shirt. It's got some feathers. I'll show you a full shot in a second. I am just gonna throw on some jewelry and then I am out of here and off to dinner. Shit. Basically, I just need a necklace and some earrings. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. and none of my jewelry is in here. Cool. I do cyclist baby. Actually, yes, I love that. Then I'll add some hoops, which should be in my spare room. Okay. Necklace secured. And then yeah, just some medium hoops probably. Okay, so this is the outfit. We've got this feather shirt that I bought at a boutique locally here the day of my birthday because the outfit that I wanted to wear didn't work out. Little mini with a slit, cute tights, and these sick boots that I love. And then just some earrings and I'm out the door. Okay, Happy New Year's, everybody. Okay, so today for the rest of the video, I wanted to talk a little bit about my 2022 year. I had every intention of just pretending like last year and quite frankly the year after that didn't exist and just running into 2023 with energy and excitement. So for me, 2020 was actually a really great year. I know that's obviously not very common. 2020 was actually a really great year for me. I got a huge promotion at work and I got to work from home and spend time with my sister. I was living with her at the time and I really got to know her and her friends. I just moved back to my hometown and moved in with her. And we got to have a lot of fun. I got a promotion and things were good. You know, I had a lot of heartache for everybody else, pretty much everybody else in the country who lost jobs or family members or any of the other horrible atrocities that happened that year and have continued to happen since. And but just honestly, 2020 was a pretty decent year for me overall. Also, I lived in Florida, but yeah, Florida is Florida. Things were open much quicker. So I think a lot of my friends who lived in much more lockdown states probably having to be at home constantly, I'm sure was a huge issue. Anyways, so 2021 and 2022, I did not enjoy as much. I had two really huge things that happened in my personal life in 2021. And then last year, I feel like I was just still recovering from that. I was really dealing with my mental health a lot. I felt like I just wasn't me. And as this new year is coming, I turn 30 next year, and I have a ton of goals and just things I want to do between now and then. And I also am sick of having bad years. 2023, it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be because I put the work into it. I'm not just like hoping for the best here. I have a lot of plans and action items, if you will, that I'm looking forward to working on and taking care of. But I watched a video from Peter Mon, and I don't know, he's not a lifestyle YouTuber. He does drama videos actually. And I don't really care about drama videos, but I just love his personality so much that I'll watch any video he puts out. He's so funny, and he's, I want to say like 25 years sober, and he just has a lot of wisdom, and I think he's 50 or 51, and just appreciate that he still finds the fun in life, but takes things seriously and is really emotionally vulnerable and open with the people in his life and with his community on YouTube, and I really respect that. And I was watching a video of his, and he was talking about the lessons that he learned in 2022. And I was like, you know, that's something that I would like to think about for myself as well. What did I learn in 2022, and what were some good things? So that's essentially where we're coming from today. And I have 3 lessons that I learned, and then 3 good things that happened this year. So let's get into those. I think I would like to start with lessons. closing in on 30, a lot of things have started to come into perspective for me. I have a lot that I want out of life and the relationships in my life, and I don't want to continue the way things have gone forward. And there were three things that came to mind when I was like, what did I really learn this year? What came to me, and was I able to process, and do I really feel like was a good lesson? So the first one is that it's okay to let go of friends, no matter how much time, money, or um, emotions that you've given to them. I think a lot of times when we've been friends with somebody for 5, 8, 10 years, next year actually, my oldest friend Sydney and I have been friends for 20 years, which is fucking crazy to think about. We met when we were 11 in middle school, and besides her, I've had a good handful of friends that I've had for a decade or more, and maybe a little less. And the last few years, pretty much since college graduation, I have done everything in my power to hold on to those friendships. I celebrated their wins. I was at their weddings. I spent a lot of money and time investing in these people. And they're not bad people, but their lives have changed and grown. And where I'm at and where they're at, it just doesn't quite match up. And I think this year I really had to just learn that it is okay to stop pouring yourself into people who don't want to or don't have the ability to pour back into you. I am single without kids, so I do spend a lot of time investing myself in my friendships and my family relationships. And if somebody isn't willing to put that same amount back into me, and I'm not talking about like somebody goes through something for a few months or they have a baby and they're busy for 6 months. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about more of like a long term. You see your level. I'm sorry, my Ginny's a little bit of a barker, but you know, if your level's always here and for years, and maybe their level was here at one point too, but for years you've seen things kind of drop off, I think it's okay to pull back. I think it's okay not to text them every single time that something good happens to them or something new, or they post on social media or whatever it is that is going to make you not feel so poured, again, I'm using that word a lot, but poured into somebody when you're not getting that back from them. The people who are wanting to pour into you, you just kind of have to open your eyes and find them. I reconnected with a friend this year that has been just so sweet and kind to me and truly values me as a person and as a friend. And that means the world to me. But yeah, I had to learn that it is okay to let something go, no matter how much you have invested. The second lesson is sometimes when you're mentally ill, you're just mentally ill. I know that maybe that sounds a little flippant, but people have seasonal or no situational depression and anxiety. And I know that can be really, really difficult, especially if it's not something that you're used to dealing with. Having it for 6 months or a year, I mean, it's incredibly hard. And I'm not dismissing that at all. But something that I've had to learn and teach myself is that I was born with a chemical imbalance. My mom can tell you from infancy that I was an anxious kid. And I can't remember a time that I didn't feel depressive, my depressive cloud over my head. It's from birth. It's from what I've been told. And I used to have this idea in my head that one day I was going to get on the right meds or meet the right person or have the right job or move into a new apartment, and I'll just wake up one day and not be mentally ill. I have had a lot of wonderful things that have happened to me in my life, and not a single one of them has changed the fact that I have a chemical imbalance in my brain. I did change my meds this year, so that has been a big, or I'm sorry, in 2022. So that has been a big help. I probably needed to change probably 3 to 4 years before I finally did. And it wasn't an immediate fix. When I first got on my first med, it was, and I kind of had that expectation that when I got on the second med, it would be like an amazing new fix and I would feel awesome. And I mean, I felt like I was floating on cloud nine when I first got on my meds. I was like, wow, is this really how people get to feel? And when I switched the meds, all it did was remind me that I have the capability to help myself, but it didn't fix my anxiety and it didn't fix my depression. And nothing is, this is who I am, this is part of me. The same if somebody was born with an autoimmune issue or something more physical, just part of who I am. And I will say it's a bit of it, and I think I still am processing it and grieving it a little bit, because I think it is a grieving process to see or I guess to recognize that your life isn't going to be what you had always hoped for. And some parts of your life are going to be more difficult than others, and this is the one for me. I think this is just part of it, and having that and working through that has kind of lifted a lot of pressure off my shoulders that I was putting onto myself, that wasn't necessary, because there's something I can do. Some days I do need to lay in bed all day because I'm having anxiety. And sometimes I don't go to events because it's just not a good day for me and I'm just going to bring everybody else down. And I'm going to feel better if I hang out alone or with my dog and my cat and just watch a TV show. And the next time I can be there for somebody and really show up for them. And so, yeah, I think that was something that I really, again, I think I'm still working through a little bit, but yeah, it really came to fruition in my brain of that mental illness is and can be a permanent issue. You just got to work on figuring out what that looks like for you and what that means for you and your goals and your dreams. Third thing I learned was that it is okay to be single and it's okay to not want to have kids. I can't lie, I have TikTok to thank for that. Before TikTok, it was kind of like my super secret thing that I didn't want kids. Like people close to me, I would tell, or I'd like mentioned it to my mom probably 4 or 5 years ago, just so that she could be prepared, because I think that she would really like to be a grandmother. And I am the oldest of 8 kids, so she will have plenty of grandkids, but again, I'm the oldest, and I think I am the age my mom was when she had me, and I think that in her head, me having kids was a part of her future, and I did kind of have to slowly let her know that I don't think I want kids, and I haven't changed on that in about a decade. And then now TikTok's come around, and all of these single and or married women who don't have kids and don't want them talk about their experiences and their lives with their partners or alone. And I've met some really incredible women this year who, actually the group of women I'm thinking of, I think they were probably all in their 50s and never got married and never had kids. And I met them in DC with my friend, and they were fabulous and they were beautiful. And they just had this vibrancy that a lot of people I know that are the same age that even have grandparents or are grandparents now, they don't have that same vibrancy. Not that you can't be happy and fulfilled. I'm sure people are fulfilled with grandchildren and children. I hope they are. But yeah, I just think it's been really nice to embrace that fact and stop making it like such a secret, because I don't want it to be a secret. I don't want it to be a big deal. And I want to grow into this version of myself that is single or taken, but I don't need to bring children into this world. I could see myself adopting in the future in a very specific case. If a kid came to me, I would not look for a child. But if a child came to me, that is something that I would consider in the future. But as far as having my own kids and planning children, I don't want that. And I love to say you can always change your mind. So, okay, if I change my mind, great. But as of right now, I don't. And it feels really good to say it with my whole chest and know that there are other women out there who feel similarly and who want the same things out of life that I do, and that doesn't always have to involve procreating. Yeah, so that's been a really positive one for me this year. Okay, so now I want to talk about 3 really great things that happened in 2022. And these are kind of off the cuff. I wrote notes for this, but this is going to be kind of off the cuff. The first big thing is I moved into this apartment. I had never lived alone before I moved in here, and I was able to rent this 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment and almost fully furnish it really quickly with my savings. I had originally saved money so that I could buy a home. With the market right now, I just am not interested, quite honestly. And maybe when the market even just heals, you know, it's an even keel again, I will reconsider. But for now, I really don't mind renting. I like that when something breaks in my apartment, I can just call somebody to deal with it, and that I don't have to do lawn work. I think the only thing I miss about living in a house right as of right now is not having to go across the whole entire apartment complex to take out my trash. I will say that's the one thing that I'm like, I don't love it. So yeah, and that's going to be a big part of this upcoming month's videos. I'm going to finish working on a bunch of things you can't see, but in front of me are a lot of boxes and unopened furniture. We need wall art in almost every room. I still need to purchase. That's what I've pulled the trigger last on. And I also have a patio that I would like to furnish and get put together. So look out for that. It's gonna be really exciting. My plan is to have the apartment dinner guest ready by Valentine's Day, because I want to do a sit-down Valentine's Day dinner with some of my friends here, and catered, because I do not cook, but I love the idea of hosting a beautiful dinner, as long as I don't have to cook the food. Okay, second thing, I got to travel to some really cool places I've never been before. I went to Arizona for the first time, and if you know me, you know I love the West Coast. I love the desert. I love spending time there. The weather is just fantastic. I just get energized. I like the mountains on the West Coast. I think it's just a beautiful part of the country, and living in Florida most of my life. I did live in Tennessee for a while, which was beautifully mountainous, and I went hiking a lot back then, and that's something I definitely miss, is being able to hike. So I got to go to Arizona. It was my goal this year to travel more than I did the year before. Sadly, I did not, but it's because I got this apartment and I bought all my new furniture and everything. And to me, that was a good trade-off, because now I have a really good home base. And so, okay, I went to Arizona, and I got to go to Mexico, and that's what I was gonna say. So it was my goal to travel more. Like, my New Year's resolution in 2022 was to travel more and to go at least one place out of the country. And it was like the middle of the year, and I was like, okay, it doesn't look like that part's gonna happen. That's sucks. And then my friend Samantha literally texted me that same week. She was like, do you want to go to Mexico this week? And I was like, yeah, I want to go to Mexico this week. So I got to do a lot of traveling. I know I went other places this year. I'm just totally blanking at the moment. But this year is a ton of new travel and just fun, exciting opportunities coming up, including my birthday trip, which I have been planning since last year. I think I mentioned, but I turned 30 this year, so I'm planning this huge trip for my girlfriends, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I mentioned it before, but I think switching my meds it felt like such a big thing to have to do when I had to do it. And it was hard. It was a hard few weeks. If you've ever been on psychiatric medication, you know that switching is scary because you don't know if it's going to work, and really uncomfortable. I was dizzy, tired, also couldn't sleep, really moody, and yeah, it wasn't a fun time, but I've come out of it with such a sense of self love and I guess a desire for self-improvement, because I've kind of just wallowed in my sadness for the last few years. And I think the meds really made a big difference, and I'm really proud of myself for just taking care of it. I didn't even have to take off work, which is something I was kind of worried about. I think I had like 1 or 2 days where I had to take like a 2-hour nap instead of like taking a lunch break, and I just, so that was it. And it was so easy and it was so worth it. So anybody, if you feel like you need to change your meds. I promise it's worth it. If it's not working for you anymore, you don't need to be putting it in your body every day. But please consult your psychiatrist. I think if you, this is just from my own experience, I think so say you were on your first anxiety or depression med, first SSRI with your primary care physician, I would highly encourage you to seek out a psychiatrist to help you figure out what type of meds you should try, as well as how best to transition. I thought I knew what I was going to be doing, and my psychiatrist gave me a totally different plan, and I'm glad that she did because it worked great for me. But yeah, those are 3 lessons and 3 awesome things that happened to me in 2022. Okay, so that's today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you happen to find this video, hi. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the first video on my channel. I'm super excited, and please subscribe if you're at all interested in kind of going on this journey with me. I hope you're having a great day. Please comment if you have any thoughts, questions. I'm really looking forward to the community aspect of YouTube. And yeah, have a great day, and I will talk to you on Sunday.